On Monday mornings, I start off as Spock, a nickname I got back in the day from a boss who became a friend, and then my dad. Greatest boss anyone ever had. Though not everyone would agree. These days, Spock is an executive assistant for financial consultancy, making ridiculously rich people even more money. A role I've fulfilled from home for 4 years, left all alone, day after day. Sometimes whole weeks sliding away without ever leaving the house, like I'd forgotten how to get out. Spock, lockdown is nothing new. My mental health is much improved, still stuck at home, but never alone. For on Monday mornings, I'm also mum. A role that didn't come naturally at first, I'll admit. In fact, in the early years, I often resented it. Having my autonomy wrenched away. No more wild nights out for mummy. Just coffee mornings, small talk, and soft play. Those baby and toddler years were an endurance full of tantrums and tears, quite often my own. All that was me seemed to melt away. Not these days. As my boys have grown, I've come to love this role. It's a joy to have them home every day, striking the balance between work and play. For now, I'm not just mum, I'm miss. My big lad accidentally called me miss back in the days of lockdown one. I actually thought, well, I could get used to this. The idea of homeschooling used to fill me with dread. Now I think it's actually fun. I certainly don't miss the fuss and stress of the morning rush. Uniforms forgotten, gathering dust. Turns out you can learn just as much with your pyjamas on, wrapped in a duvet, snuggled in bed, or curled up on the sofa in a tracksuit. Rules are flexible, as long as the work is done, on time and to a very high standard. No taking the mickey bliss out of miss just because she's also your mum. And our school's out, there's nowhere to go until I transform into Sister Domino. Though I was choosing my own adventures, almost as soon as I could read, feeding my mind with fantastical creatures, daring do and incredible deeds. Lockdown is the path that finally leads me into the realm of Dungeons and Dragons, full of flirty halflings, flighty bird folk, and mildly traumatized tieflings, raising flagons brimming with bog grog, Ilfrina's lusty lover liquid liquor, and the maiden's ass, between the tasks our DM sets us, pluckily facing our plight side by side, unsheathed and unleashed, wielding our weapons to devastating effect against celestials, elementals, fae, and undead. We still haven't lost a single fight yet. The most unexpected role I played over the last year of in and out lockdown was during the US elections, when I became an alternative news anchor determined to get rid of that clown. never allowing myself to give up the fight. I didn't sleep for about a week, half crazed as I clung to the lie. That first night, I was the only one left while everyone else went to bed bereft. I kept the faith and trusted to hope, refusing to back down, refusing to lose. Many choosing my newsfeed over CNN, even Michael Rosen and Selena Godin. New friends from all over the world thanked me when the deed was done. Of course, I've still been Lovebucket, poet, playwright, host of the Red Room, although it's our room to your room via Zoom. The last time it was out in the real world was over a year ago, down at base camp. My last poetry gig was there too. Breakfast at this Graceland with radio teas, knees up all day long, all girls together for International Women's Day. Although Red Room Zoom is not the same, at least I see friends from all over the world. No driving means plenty of drinking, and no closing time to be called. Our wigs, hats, masks and more balls last all night until we're all floored. I often pass out before my guests and check the recordings to see who was left. Finally, we come to Teesside Rising, interviewing hundreds of people from all over the Tees about their work, their life, and their deeds, gathered together, albeit virtually. Yes, lockdown has treated me incredibly kindly, but even I'm ready for this to end, so friends can gather, laugh and dance freely. When we finally get out of this, we're going to have one hell of a party with hundreds of people from all over the Tees, and all the drinks will be on me.